Friends, welcome back to Ball Homestead. My name is Beverly and I'm so glad you're here. Today we're going to get that garden tour in. I think it may rain because it's super windy and it's pretty warm too, pretty humid. So we're going to get started and I'll show you how everything is growing. It's amazing to me how fast things are growing. First off, look at this beauty. It has I love the different colors of purple and pink in it. It really is beautiful. Last weekend we dug 28 pounds of potatoes out of these two beds, and Wayne replanted some Mother Stallings lima beans. So I'm excited to have those, and he said he perfectly placed them in there, and I believe that because he's very OCD about that stuff. Look at this path, friends. It is so filling out so good and just looking so beautiful. Here we have the rattlesnake pole beans making their way up the trellis on both sides. Looking lovely. And our tomatoes, which the wind is blowing pretty good, are looking good. We did pick up those two bell peppers that were over here on these plants, and we will enjoy those this week. Next, we have our China jades. They're starting to grab this trellis here, as you can see. Really grabbing around. We really need to work, which Wayne has been. Friends, I'm wore out when I get in most days, but he has been working on them to train them up the trellises. I don't know what I'd do without him. He waters and takes care of the garden for me whenever I'm too tired. Here we have our, on both sides, our Mayflower beans, and I'm praying that we get a good harvest out of them. These are the best little beans, but every year we just don't get a wonderful harvest like I'd like. So tomatoes there are just looking lovely, getting big. Those stalks are growing thick and big. And the plants are starting to bloom on the little Mayflower beans. Looky there, the first blooms. We have a variety of squash in these beds here, and they are putting off blooms. I'm excited. I'm hoping we'll actually get some this year. Every year we fight the squash bugs. Oh, looky there. It's the first zucchini of the season. Isn't it beautiful? I can't wait. We got one there. Let's see if there's anything over here. I don't see anything yet. But anywho, here is tomato heaven. I'm not sure what all's there besides the black creme, and we have multiple tomatoes on it. Nothing's ripened yet, but we're still way ahead of the game. Here we have some melons coming up, and they're fixing to start running up this trellis. Here we have some, it is a sweetmeat. It's a winter squash, and I can see a baby right here. Guys, this is just in such a short time right here. See that baby? So hopefully everything gets fertilized, because we do have a new hive of bees up here. My friend gave me that, and we got it installed. So I'm hoping we get lots of good pollination. Here is a green sweetmeat, and over here also. I'm pretty sure, guys, I'm telling y'all this right. I'll have to, but here's a little baby on this one. Looky here, that little tiny baby right there. They're a winter squash. And then here we have the silver slicers, and I seen one earlier. Right there. Whenever I was walking in, oh, there's another one right there. It won't be long. We will be picking cucumbers. I'm so excited. Wayne's favorite cucumber by far is the silver slicer. They are delectable. Here's those other bed of potatoes, and I'm probably gonna be about probably a few weeks, maybe 3 or 4, and we'll dig these. And look at these tomatillos, guys. They have just exploded. We have been really getting some good rain, and they're just covered in blooms. I've never grew tomatillos, so I'm super excited about having these in the garden this year. You can see some right here on the plants. Now if I can get it out of the leaves way. Right there. And there's multiple ones on there. I'm really excited because I make salsa verde usually every year out of green tomatoes. And I really love it. We do. We make burritos and stuff with it, and it's so delicious. There's my little planting bed, and I got this. I'm really excited about this one. I think it's just absolutely gorgeous. I got that at Sarah's Nursery in Magnus, Arkansas. If you're ever out and about looking for some good plants, I'm telling you, she's the lady to get them. Here's some echinacea getting close to blooming. I'm super happy about it. And we're gonna just turn back and look back at the garden now. Look at all that growth, guys. Just in a month, we have just went from tiny plants to a big, huge garden. Now we're gonna look at this bed. This is our herb bed. Look how beautiful. We have already harvested parsley twice. I can harvest again, and I will, because what I don't put up and say for us, we have kids, I'll share. And I'm gonna harvest that basil again this weekend and get it in the dehydrator. I may come out here after this video and go ahead and get a load going, because I wanna really stay on top of the herbs this year. I have multiple flowers, different kinds coming up, everything. These are some lilies that Wayne had wanted and I ordered, and they are coming up. This one over here is one of my favorites. It's dahlias, and look how gorgeous they are. Absolutely gorgeous. But look at this parsley. It's all ready to be harvested again. I can chop it and it's in no time, I'm ready to harvest again. I think we're gonna get a big rain tonight. Maybe, I think that's why it's so windy. But we will probably come out here and go ahead and harvest that. All right, up here, look at these tomatoes, guys. I mean, they're up to my neckline, just about. These tomatoes are so big. And look at these tomatillos. His end of the garden, which he pets this end. He takes care of mine too, but he really pets this end. He has got these tomatillos. They are just loaded up. I'm so excited to have planted these. All of our peppers are looking marvelous. Even the light ones we planted back there, look at how big those plants, they've really shot up. And I do see some fruit. Look at all these jalapenos on there. Looky here. Whoops, I did not mean to pull that, but we will take it in. And there's more tomatoes, tomatillos right here. Look at those tomatillos. We're in zone 7B in northeastern Arkansas. We have had some of the absolute gorgeous weather today. It's been a little warm, but it's very humid, super humid. Oh my, look at that poblano pepper. I missed that. Look at that beauty. I think I'm gonna pick that. Look at that. Definitely missed that one. More tomatoes. Look at how the carrot bed has filled in. I told you that would fill in just a short time, and I'm hoping we have a ton of carrots come harvest this year. I love the garden, friends. I love just looking back at all the time and effort we put in and reaping all the rewards of growing all this food. Because we honestly do not buy a lot from the store, between the animals that we raise and harvest to our garden. We're gonna stand back and kind of reflect on this side. That thing just bloomed. That's my yucca plant. We're just gonna stand back and look at this beauty. I mean, it is just exploded. If we get more rain tonight, I think things are really gonna take off. I mean, it already has, but I mean, goodness, I'm so pleased with how everything's going. Oh, look up here. This thing has just went wild. I just saw it out of the corner of my eye. This is cushaws I planted, you know, when I was planting everything else, and they are really taking off. And look at the zinnia beds. Look at that. That's going to be such a pretty reflection or pretty thing to look at in the garden. Wayne's grapevine is hanging in there. Every year we think it's going to die, and it comes back. So maybe we'll eventually get some grapes from it. Anyways, friends, I'm so pleased with the week's progress from one week to the next. It always just gets me excited. There's a baby tomato there, right there. And for all the future food we're growing, I mean, this just really gets me excited. I hope we grow a ton of these. I really like these. Anyways, friends, thank you for stopping back by our homestead. Please like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, goodbye.